Hi, everyone. I'm Diana Hwang. I'm the founder of the Asian American Women's Political Initiative. We are the country's only political leadership organization for Asian American and Pacific Islander women. And I'm just so honored and grateful to be here as the inaugural grand prize winner. I'm just going to clap for myself of the Gold Futures Challenge, just to talk a little bit about what we do, how game-changing the funding and support from AAF and Gold Futures has been for us, and really to demystify this application process for all of you. Since 2009, we've been building the pipeline of low-income and immigrant Asian American women leaders, women who so rarely see themselves reflected in government, but are the leaders we need. Our AAWPI fellows are dreamers. They're first-generation college and high school graduates. They're anti-foreclosure activists who have experienced foreclosure themselves. They're LGBTQ rights advocates, artists, nonprofit entrepreneurs, and they're candidates for local office, all who found their political voice through AAWPI. Over 90% of our alumni have gone on to volunteer work on campaigns, become community organizers, or run for office themselves. But look, honestly, it's been really hard. Many of you know the stat that only 0.2% of philanthropy dollars go to API organizations. And on top of that, only 1.9% of philanthropy dollars go to organizations serving women and girls. And we have felt both ends of those very, very deeply. I try to explain to people that when we apply for a grant, our barrier to entry is threefold. First, I have to convince you that Asian Americans aren't all doctors, lawyers, and engineers. I'm really successful. So for the most part, I lose a lot of you. Then I have to convince you that API women are a priority. And then I lose more of you. And then I have to convince you, if you're still with me, that civic engagement and building political power is the strategy. And that's really just been too much. With Gold Futures, none of those barriers of skepticism have existed. And Gold Futures Challenge, as you've heard from our icebreaker, aims to ensure that our communities are seen, heard, empowered, and united. And I can't tell you how personally it's made me and the work we've been doing for so long feel seen and heard and empowered. So what is the big change you want to create for our communities? That's the question. And that's what Gold Futures is investing in. And for us, in the wake of the ongoing anti-Asian violence and the Georgia mass shooting that killed 6 Asian women, like so many of us, we realized how urgent it is to change the invisibility that leaves our community vulnerable to the targeted hate we still see today. So none of this would be possible without the love, support, and investment of Asian American Futures and Gold House. They believed in our big, bold idea. We literally would not have been able to scale nationally without their 100K investment. We were able to talk about it to national press when we announced our expansion. Our COO takes part in the Node Institute trainings. We're planning on partnering with one of the other top 10 finalists next year when we expand to North Carolina. This is really a community of social change makers that you've never seen before, been a part of. And so I hope you apply and you really won't regret it.